Remember the morning when I first felt it. The house was quiet. The old clock on the wall ticked steadily. The smell of coffee filled the air. I wrapped my hands around the mug, feeling its warmth. But something was different that day. As I reached for the sugar jar, my hand trembled slightly, a small thing almost unnoticeable, but I noticed. Then as I stood up, a sharp ache ran through my knees. Strange, I thought. My legs had always been strong. I used to run, climb trees as a boy, dance with my wife. But today, even standing felt like effort. I turned toward the window and caught a glimpse of myself in the reflection. Not just the wrinkles, those I had accepted, but my eyes. They looked tired. When did this happen? I whispered. I sat back down, remembering something my father used to say. You don't grow old all at once. It happens in small moments. But if you pay attention, you can turn some of them around. That morning, I decided to pay attention, and what I learned changed everything. For years, I woke up ready for the day, but suddenly, no matter how long I slept, I felt exhausted. My body felt heavy, my mind foggy. I laughed it off. Just part of getting older, I thought. But then I read something that stuck with me. The quality of your sleep determines the quality of your life. I realized this wasn't just about aging. This was about my body not recovering properly. I learned 3 things were working against me. Too much blue light before sleep, not enough deep sleep, low magnesium levels. So I made some simple changes. I put my phone away before bed. I kept my bedroom dark and quiet. I started drinking chamomile tea, and within weeks, I woke up feeling like myself again. One morning, I sat on my porch, rubbing my hands together, and noticed something. My skin looked thinner, almost fragile. More lines than I remembered. Even my hands, once strong, looked tired. It reminded me of something my wife used to say. Your skin tells the story of how you treat yourself. I learned that skin ages faster when we ignore 3 things. Too much sugar, not enough healthy fats, chronic stress. So I made changes. I cut back on sugar. I ate more vitamin C and omega-3s. I started using aloe vera and moisturizer. And within months, my skin looked stronger, healthier, like it had woken up again. I've always prided myself on my memory. I could recall names, stories, details from decades ago. But one day, I walked into a room and forgot why I was there. Then it happened again and again. Just a senior moment, I thought. But then I remembered something my old friend John told me years ago. A sharp mind is like a sharp knife. If you don't use it, it gets dull. I learned that memory loss isn't just about old age. It's a sign that the brain needs care. The biggest reasons: not drinking enough water, lack of movement, too much processed food. So I made 3 small changes. I drank more water. I walked every day. I started eating blueberries and walnuts. And within weeks, my memory came back, sharper than before. One afternoon, I tried to lift my granddaughter onto my lap, and for the first time, it felt hard. My strength wasn't what it used to be, and that scared me. I thought about something my father once said: if you want to keep moving, never stop moving. I learned that losing muscle isn't just aging. It's a sign the body isn't getting what it needs. Not enough protein, low vitamin D, too much sitting. So I made changes. I added more protein. I started taking a vitamin D supplement. I did simple exercises. And within weeks, I felt stronger, steadier, like I had gained back years. I used to love working in my garden, playing my guitar, walking just to think. But one day, I realized I hadn't done any of those things in weeks, maybe even months. I wasn't sad. I wasn't tired. I just didn't feel like myself. Then I remembered a quote by Albert Schweitzer. Happiness is nothing more than good health and a bad memory. I realized aging isn't just about the body. It's about the mind, the heart, the spirit. So I made one small change. Every day I did something I used to love, even just for 10 minutes. I picked up my guitar again. I walked outside just to feel the sun on my face. I called an old friend just to talk. And just like that, I started feeling young again. I've learned something important over the years. Aging isn't just about how many birthdays you've had. It's about how you take care of yourself. Your body wants to heal. It wants to stay strong. And if you start making small changes now, you can slow down aging, even reverse some of the damage. So listen to the signs. Take care of your sleep, your skin, your mind, and your muscles. And most of all, never stop believing that you are in control. Because, as someone once told me, getting older is inevitable. Feeling old is optional. If this story spoke to you, share it with someone you love. Because it's never too late to start feeling young again.